Hello, it's Brian Everett. So yesterday I was at the market and I was walking by the beef and I saw cube steaks and it reminded me of childhood. When I was a little boy growing up in Indiana, my grandma and grandpa always used to get cube steaks. So it was the first thing that I ever cooked. So I'm gonna do a little cooking video of cube steaks because today was a busy day. We're gonna do a little minute meal. We're gonna do some frozen vegetables just because I don't have time to do fresh vegetables tonight. You know I love fresh vegetables. But we're gonna use some green giant and some bird's eye. But we'll come back to those later. But now for the cube steaks. So we got some beautiful cube steaks. Normally they come 4 in a pack, but I got them separately. So they're pretty big. Cube steak is top round, a top sirloin that is tenderized. So now what we're gonna do, we want to season this with, we're gonna season it with some salt, some pepper, and we're gonna do both sides, of course. Some seasoning salt. You don't have to add this, but I like to. Some garlic powder, and some Worcestershire sauce. Some people don't use Worcestershire sauce, but that's how I started cooking this, so I'm going to season this up, and then we're going to flip them over and do the same. Now after you have seasoned both sides of the cube steak, what you want to do is flour them. You don't want to use too much flour. You just want to get it nice and coated, you know, not overly coated. So we do this. We take and put on a nice rack. So that, and as that is going on, we will wash our hands real quick to get the flour off, because you always want clean hands when you're cooking. And remember, wash your hands for 15 seconds. Sing happy birthday if you forget. You know? Okay, so now that we have the cube steak floured, what we want to do, we have a heated cast iron skillet. We're going to pour about a tablespoon of olive oil and a pat of butter. You don't have to use butter, but I do because I'm from the South and I love butter. And we're going to turn this up a little bit to medium heat. We want it to be medium-low heat because you don't want it to burn too quick, because if the oil burns too quick, it will burn your meat. The inside will be not done and the outside will be done. We should do this with a whisk. So, get this nice melted here, and we'll throw these beautiful cube steaks in here, reminding me of childhood, growing up in Indiana with Grandpa and Grandma. But we're doing it a little different than I did when I was a kid, because I didn't know how to cook when I was a kid. So we're doing it a little different. So we're going to add some brown gravy, which I already made, which I'll put my recipe on my blog and in the comments. So we put the steaks, the cube steaks, in the butter and oil and let them heat up. So now while the steaks are cooking, you just want to let them cook. Now, you don't want them to cook a long time. These are quick steaks, fast steaks, you know. So a couple minutes on each side, because we're going to let them simmer with gravy and onions. That's what we're doing different this time. We're going to add some gravy and onions. So we'll let them cook for like 2 minutes on one side, then flip them, and then we're gonna add a gravy and these beautiful onions we got rounded over here, and they don't have to be perfect. So now what they are frying, you want to turn them over. You want to turn them over because we're going to add the gravy which we made, which I will give you the recipe on my blog and on my comment. And we're going to add some onions to this. So what we want to do, we're going to let this cook a couple more minutes. What you want to do is add the onions. Add the onions. You want to ring the onions. Oh, we're going to add some mushrooms. This is the last part process. I just did this on a last minute thing. I was like, ooh, I have some mushrooms. And I wanted to add some mushrooms. So we're adding some mushrooms. So, we're doing that. And now we're going to add this beautiful brown gravy. So what we want this to do to now is simmer for about 10 minutes. And we put a lid on it. And we will mix it up a little bit. So everybody, let's check our cubed steak before we do the sides. So we got the cubed steak. It's simmering in the mushrooms and onions and brown gravy. So that's doing lovely. So let's go to our sides. So as I said before, we're using some frozen vegetables, which normally I use fresh, but tonight we're being kind of lazy. So we're using some green giant broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower. But we're going to do something different with them. So we put them in for 8 minutes. What we want to do is take it over to the food processor and cut it open. And we're going to add some more stuff to this because these are frozen vegetables, so we got to add more stuff. So we're going to put these in the food processor because we're going to make a puree out of this. That's what we're doing. We're making a puree out of this. Green Giant, we're making a puree out of you. So we're going to add some butter. We're going to add some butter and we're going to add some cheese. Because cheese is always good with everything, and butter is always good with everything. So, we're going to make a puree with this. So, we'll see how this looks. It will probably look beautiful. So, let's look at this puree. Let's take a spoon and try this. I need some pepper. It needs some pepper. It needs some pepper. And yes, add a little salt because these are frozen vegetables and they don't have a lot of flavor. They are better than canned vegetables. So we're going to mix this up. And I would like to add some sriracha, just because. But we're going to make this into our oh, that tastes good. That is very good. For some frozen vegetables. Green Giant, thank you. Thank you. So now I'm doing some bird's eye with my other part of my ghetto meal. So we're doing some potatoes because I don't want to dice and do anything. So we're doing some sour cream and onion potatoes. And I love bird's eye. So we're gonna put these in the microwave for 6 minutes and pour them in a bowl. Okay, now the potatoes are done. So what we want to do is open them, and remember the steam is gonna come out. So we open them, pour them into a bowl. Now after you plated everything, I cut up some fresh parsley. Maybe throw it on here. Just make it look green, Make everything look green and fresh, So, there's our dinner. And remember, cube steak is great. It's from childhood. It's old-fashioned. It's a lovely dinner. It's easy. I hope you guys enjoyed my minute dinner on this cube steak, my childhood favorite. There's more to come on my blog, more to come on my Facebook, more to come on YouTube. Please check me out. Hope everybody enjoys. Thank you.